beginning, human nature is funny. Because in the beginning, I understand because my whole thing was like, hey, morally, I don't want to infect somebody else that's an older person. I perform with a lot of people that are decades older than me. I don't want to infect somebody that is diabetic or somebody that's vulnerable or has MS and kill somebody because I'm an idiot and I need to be out eating a Pokeball. I felt like that's a character issue. Take a chill pill, do some Netflix, calm down. But then, it just goes on and on and on. And you're like, what the fuck are we going to do? People are running out of money. They gave you $1,200. There's no money left. There's no money anyway. There's no money on the outside. We're going to find that out soon, too. But let's wait a few weeks for that episode. Everyone's like, open it up. It's like, okay, we'll see. But people are and the thing with human nature is funny. Whenever you give people the smallest idea that they're doing something altruistic or that they're doing something for the greater good, they will literally justify anything. That's when they'll just go and commit a genocide. If they think that they are doing something that's for the good of society and you just give them that, you go do this and police each other, rat on each other, turn into citizen informants, turn into brown shirts, run around like the Stasi, yelling at kids on skateboards and pointing to people's faces and go, where's your mask? Those are the people that put you in the camp. They are. Those are the people that throw you in a camp. And that's what you're seeing. Human nature goes there within a few weeks. Within a few weeks, people were relishing their new roles as the enforcers of the quarantine. They were calling the police on their neighbors. They were yelling at children who were standing too close to each other. They were just anybody that was having any public enjoyment out there in the world, they were going to go and try to rob them of that. And now I had to run it with a cop. Running with a cop. And I'm starting to notice that the police now, after 9/11, everybody got really important. Doormen in buildings in New York thought they were part of the Homeland Security Department. Everybody thought they were important, just like, now with the essential worker and everybody's a hero. Thank the hero. It's 8 o'clock. The hero. Thank you, hero. Who are the heroes again? We don't even know. The doctors that are making $300,000 a year. The nurses, the guy at Home Depot. Who's the hero? DoorDash. Everyone's a hero. Am I a hero? Can I be a hero? I left my house today. Can I be a hero? Hey, I went to Home Depot. I bought something. Can I be a hero? I go to the grocery store. Who's a hero? We don't know who's a hero anymore. I get it. The nurses are working hard. I bought you food. Enough. The point is this. The heroes are getting a little out of control now. They're getting out of hand. Calling people heroes apparently does something to them that's not really that positive. That's why you never call your kids heroes, because they turn into monsters. Right. If your son or daughter does something good, you don't sit down and go, you're a hero. You don't say that, do you? No, you say, good job, Bobby. Good job, you shared with your sister. You don't go, you're a hero. Because then Bobby would turn around and go, hey, I'm a hero, Mom. I shared with her. And it's like, well, no, Bobby, that's what you should do. No, I'm a hero. I mean, so the TikToks, and I get it, they're blowing off steam, but it's highly inappropriate, wildly inappropriate to blow off steam. And many nurses agree with me. Many of them. They're aghast at the behavior of some of these nurses. Aghast. And I'll say it again, the delivery people that are not getting the food to the homes in time are not behaving in a heroic manner. DoorDash is not behaving in a heroic manner. They're not. So the reality is we got to be a little careful with that word because we throw it around. After 9/11, every cop and firefighter was a hero. Every cop. And then they started choking black people out because they were having cigarettes in the street. So let's be careful with the word hero. There are real heroes, but it's an individual thing. You know, when you brand everyone, everyone's a hero, that's, you know. So I bumped into one of those heroes today in Manhattan Beach, one of the heroes out there on a go-kart, being heroic on his little go-kart, guarding Manhattan Beach, guarding the wealthy hamlet of Manhattan Beach, California, okay? Whose biggest crime is when a seagull bothers someone. Like Manhattan Beach, they file a report for like an aggressive seagull. That's the type of community this is, okay? A fucking shack in Manhattan Beach is $6 million, okay? Now, I like Manhattan Beach because I like wealthy hamlets that I cannot be legally kept out of, which is Manhattan Beach. They have to let me come there. I patronize the restaurants. I know the owners of the restaurants. There's a lot. The best seafood restaurant in LA is in Manhattan Beach. It's called Fishing with Dynamite. We go there all the time. And they have another restaurant down there, and I hunted them down, and I kind of walked into their other restaurant, and I was like, hey, when's the other one opening? And they were like, one lady was British. She's like, it's coming soon. I was like, good. And I got food from their sister restaurant, but Fishing with Dynamite's great. And so I'm in Manhattan Beach, and there's no cars on the road. And I'm with a friend of mine. There's no cars on the road, and there's a red hand signal that you shouldn't cross the street, which applies when there are cars. Rules and laws are conditional. You know, they're there to govern. When you have a quarantine and no one's really out driving in that particular area at that time, it's not essential for me to follow this rule. It's a stupid rule. But I, that's why I'm not a hero. I'm not a hero because I made a real-time judgment call to walk across the street, and a hero, a man who is standing between me and the breakdown of the civil order, decided to come up to me in his go-kart or whatever he's fucking driving around in. And he's like, hey, what are you doing? You know, and he looked like the way cops look with like the flat top hair. I mean, just the guy that just barely got the job on the foot. That's why he doesn't have a car. That's why he's in a go-kart. He's extra angry. He's got to fucking be tough. He's that guy, So he goes, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm crossing the street. I'm crossing the street. And he's like, he points to the fucking, he's like a Neanderthal. He points to the fucking red, dealing with this monster. So he points to the red thing, and I go, yeah, I know, but there's no cars. And he goes, rules are rules. That's what he says. He goes, rules are rules? And then he goes, go back to the other side of the street. I'm like, what? Really? And he made me walk back to the other side of the street I was on and stand there and then wait. And then he was sizing me, giving me that weird look like, am I going to put this guy in jail or not? And it's like, this is the type of attitude that these people have because we now call everybody's a hero. And we've decided that they are standing between us and the breakdown of civil society. And that they are now, and they become brown shirts very quickly. It's just in their nature. Do they love every cop? Every guy I know that became a cop is somebody who just loves. They're insecure people. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. There's great cops out there, really good detectives, but there's an element of the police force which stems from deep insecurity. I know a lot of guys that were like going to be like big athletes and then tore their rotator cuff, and now they drive around Penn Station in the little go-kart thing, and they're cops, and like they're not happy. They're not happy. That's not the way they wanted life to work out. Doesn't mean they're necessarily bad cops, but they're dicks. And when they can be a dick to you, they're a fucking dick, okay? And this guy was being a dick. And you know what I was trying to fucking do? I was going to the Manhattan Beach Creamery, the ice cream shop, to find out what flavors were vegan and keto. That's what I was doing because I wanted to bring ice cream to the nurses and the doctors. That's what I was doing. And I bought a lot of ice cream for the nurses and the doctors. And then I realized it was melting because it was 90 degrees and I had to eat it. But it was for the ER. It was for the heroes. It was for the heroes. The popsicles were for the heroes. Mm-hmm. And this douchebag in his go-kart patrolling Manhattan Beach, I can see something happening that's not good. Mm-hmm. I can feel it. I can feel it in the scowls of the people when someone doesn't have a mask. I can feel it. You know, the old has been turned against the young now. You know, and I look 17. I'm 35, but I look like a teenager. I present like a healthy teenager. So I am getting scowls from people because they're like, you're flaunting. Health privilege is going to be next, by the way. It was white privilege. It was male privilege. Health privilege is coming. Get ready for that. If you're not 600 pounds with 19 problems, you're going to be an issue. You're going to be an issue. Don't you come here. Do you have gangrene on your foot? Then you shut your mouth. I only want to hear people where tumors are growing inside them as we speak.